Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pathfinder Kingmaker. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today, because I have a lot of people that are ready for doing things, and also we need to do things. We need to do a population census, kind of is beautiful, and is going to do that for sure. We're going to see what the curator needs, because last episode we got a bunch of new cities, and it's all fun and greatness. Let's see what the curator has to say. Curator, that's a storyteller. Your Highness, I was informed that various political newspapers and leaflets have become very popular amongst your subjects. Many criticize the authorities, how dare they, and some publish gossip and rumors that might be unpleasant to you personally. However, the very appearance of these things and their popularity among the people are signs of the great success we have managed to achieve in education. That is one takeaway from it. I was going to say that they could be leveraged into a stronger system if I were accountable to the people who are criticizing me. Because you see, journalism is so powerful and important because people are accountable to the, or rather, I say people, but the government in general. Not necessarily the governors, because governors tends to be a position of government rather than just any person in the government. But the point is, elected officials in some countries known as public servants are accountable, or should be accountable, to the people, and that's why journalism, and generally not even just any like investigative journalism, and just generally being able to talk about the government is so good, because it promotes, well, in theory it promotes criticism of the government, and it's just like in a company. If you have a company, imagine you're the owner of a, I don't know, let's say you make flutes. You make flutes. Just make flutes. And you have the person who takes care of the flute making machine. You have the person who takes care of the packaging. You have the person who takes care of the selling. And you're just the owner, and you just make the decisions. And they are all yes people. They all say yes sir, or yes ma'am, or whatever. It's fine, whoever you are. But they say yes. And no dissent is sort of rewarded inside the company. Well, their company is going to be worse off than in a company where you incentivize and reward your subordinates and employees for actually saying something that goes against what you're saying, and being like, hey boss, this might be better if we do it this way instead of the way you're saying, because of X, X, and X. And even if they don't say X and X and X, it's not really, the dissent is what matters. And it works in a company because, well, it might work in a company if the people in charge actually are receptive to criticism, and it's very good to do that. It works in the government as well, in sort of, well, depending on what country you live in, but I suppose. But the point is, in certain institutions of government, it is also very important to create an environment of discussion and sort of not affirmation, the opposite of affirmation. Dissent is the word, because dissent can mean different things. But just, the thing is, criticism is important, is all I'm saying. And yes, they're criticizing us, but we have a tyrannical monarchy. We should kill them all, because this can't exist. I mean, it can. We're not accountable to them. It doesn't matter what they say about us. Anyway. The storyteller says, I don't think we should act. You're a man after my own heart. If we try to stop the spread of such newspapers, we'll only be adding fuel to the fire. Well, we'll add the newspapers to the fire for the fuel. We really won't be adding fuel to the fire. Have you seen any country at all, modern day, and certainly historically, where press is repressed? Have you seen that? Storyteller? I don't think you have. Look at any country at all that the press is repressed in, and there's censorship. That you repress the feeling of that it works. It's really easy for it to work. It's a tremendous blow to the freedom of the people. Really, at the end of the day, that's really what we're talking about here. But it's super easy, and in countries where that doesn't exist, it's still really present, because in mass media is a very complicated thing when it comes to shaping the minds of the populace. But we don't have mass media here. We don't have Facebook here. I wish you did, because everybody would be voting for me. Or something. Anyway, leave everything as it is, he says. We'll let them... let's put your test, your theory to the test. Chaos for the win. Also, it's, as I said, a man after my own heart. I do want to leave it as it is. We'll let them have their discussion and allow their readers to make their own minds up. Yes, that's how the Nazis did it with propaganda. They let the people decide, and they did. Oh yes, we should kill all the Jews and all the Roma people and other things. And it's just, yeah, that's how it worked. You freaking idiot. But he doesn't know anything about history, does he? He's only knows stories. Anyway, my experience, this lack of experience, shows that only a free society is capable of criticizing and eliminating absurd ideas. It's not. You don't eliminate absurd ideas in the public. Well, there's a word for it. You know what? The public discourse. That's the word that I'm looking for. The public discourse is a terrible machine of eliminating absurd ideas. As I'm sure you're aware, because I'm sure you know of a lot of ideas that you personally consider absurd that are of the public discourse. No matter what those ideas are, I'm sure you can agree with me when I say that the public discourse is terrible at that. That's why we have academics, scientists, researchers, people who know what they're talking about and are not subject to, I don't even, what are they, are these newspapers sold for money? Because if they're sold for money, yes, subject to monetary interests, let alone any other interest that might be behind this, as we have seen already in PTAX putting money into papers that were saying mean things about me, apparently saying that I didn't eat gravy or other things like that. Your ideas are absurd, storyteller. Your ideas are absurd. More effectively than 1,000 censors ever could. You don't need 1,000 censors. You need a single one. Everybody else just works under the one censor. Look at what, I was gonna say the Spanish Inquisition, but I am so bad at history. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say the right dates. I want to say the 1500 for sure, but I want to say 1540 is the... Yeah, I want to say the 1540, and I think there was only one person for like 20 years at the head of the Spanish Inquisition. They weren't the Inquisitor, but so there were more Inquisitors, but the point is, or censors or whatever. But the point is, anyway, the point is, it's all under one ruler, as it were, and the whole thing, it worked very well. And if you've studied history, and if you try to find out the things that the Inquisition, not just the Spanish Inquisition, mind you, they're just the most famous because Monty Python, obviously, but a lot of other countries have, including Portugal, where I'm from, had Inquisitions throughout the ages, throughout the centuries. But yeah, if you've ever studied anything that is related to what they burned, then you know very well that they did a very good job at making sure none of it remains, including things that are innocuous, like, for example, paintings of, what was the one? Yeah, just paintings of saints and things like that. Like, I remember having I had a class, one of those 6 months class in university, specifically about Christian iconography. Very, very interesting stuff. Very, very interesting. Very fun as well to learn. But there is a clear gap in our knowledge as in regards to what came before. I think it's in the 14th century. There's like a big change in the way that before everybody could make whatever art they wanted in general, and they could put them all in the churches and whatnot. And then after some consensus, some council or whatever in the 14th century, I think I'm not saying anything wrong right now. It could be the 12th, because both those centuries are very important for different things. But specifically in the Catholic canon. But what I mean is that after one certain date, they basically burned everything that came before and just decided, now this is how we do, because now we have canon, and then your Jesuses must be dressed like this, and your Marys must be dressed like this, and they must have all this. So having access to what came before is very, very difficult, and usually it comes from secondhand accounts, although there are some remaining survivors, just very, very rare. There's like 2 or 3, really, because they are super effective. And yeah, it's definitely, like, this sort of attitude is the attitude of people who don't know how effective they are, or it's the attitude of people who actually want them to be effective. So you pick your side, huh? You pick your side. Well, I want them to be effective, or I don't. I don't care. It's chaotic. Murder everybody, or don't. You're my advisor. It's up to you to decide how to act. In this case... Sorry. In that case, we won't respond. The blind man suddenly smiles gently. I keep forgetting he's blind. But that is his one thing. We lost 2 community and 2 stability, but extra loyalty. That's how it works. I don't know how, but it is, apparently. That's anyway. Buchan has shown up and said very nice things about my bust. Let's just go with that. He just went, you do look, but in a tasteful way. You know what I mean? Not like, oh, look at those knockers. No, just good things. Anyway, curator needs your help. No, done. And what do we have? Support. No, I clicked on the wrong thing somehow. Support the curator's endeavors. Sounds good to me. Well, we'll see. We need to claim a region, and we're going to be busy doing that for a little while. With the storyteller, most likely. But we'll find out, because the thing is, we have need of other things. We have need of people doing stuff. So for training, storyteller's skills as a curator. Dang it, that's actually good. Advisors, because he's the curator. Yes. Yes, please. Train. Train good. Octavia, yeah, you do that. Costs a little bit of money, but it doesn't matter. Storyteller's skills as a magister. Magar's skills as a treasurer. Senna's skills as a high priestess. I actually don't know. Is she high priestess? No, that's the harem, right? Yeah. Harem is the high priestess. Jaw's skill, Magar's skill, treasurer, storyteller's skill as magister, Senna's skills high priest. Wait, I am very confused about everything. It doesn't matter. We're good. So Octavia is busy right there. We have regions over here. Interesting that it, for some reason, it didn't show the storyteller as being busy when I, well, not completely busy because I didn't commit, but when I clicked him over here, it didn't show that. And that's worrying, to be honest. This interface has a lot of bugs, but it's getting better, so yay. A new phase in the life of your capital. Yes, please, Valerie. You do the good phase. Go for it. Improving the cultural development. Nope. You're gonna all have to dwell in not being good. Okay, so this is support and events. Okay, we're good. So we have a couple of things over here. There's no conflicts, as far as I can tell. We're spending a lot of money here. Boy, oh boy, are we spending a lot of money. I think I am gonna need to buy more field points. Remember how I said that we weren't gonna need... Look at that, we're gonna go below the 5,000. It doesn't matter. I think we're fine. I hope we're fine. Are we gonna be fine? I don't know. We are gonna be fine. I mean, we are fine right now. Game, you're worrying me right now. We're fine right now because we're not worried. We could do all of these things without having to buy build points, so that's good. What do we have over here? You may now upgrade regions within your kingdom. Every region has 2 or 3 available upgrades with unique bonuses and conditions for each. All of them are listed on the region cards. You will find the region upgrade projects on the projects tab. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Yes, that was that bit over there. Burn, baby, burn. What? Oh, right. That's the upgrades over there. Unknown upgrades. Your face is unknown. I want to build things. I want to put the cities in there. Fish farm village. Mountain resort. Why would you want a resort? What is even a resort now that I think about it? Yeah, we're gonna build get more build points because we're gonna spend all the money. Well, I think we're gonna spend all the money. Look at all those 13 over there. Going south. The general supplied their devils with weapons and armor and gave them a few helpful tips along the way. Once the raiders returned, they generously rewarded the advisor with military and economy, as far as I can tell. Wandering monsters, a triumph. Our warriors mounted a large-scale raid and slaughtered all the monsters. Their bodies were stuffed and mounted in the chambers of the town hall. Symbols of a strong and glorious kingdom, and an inspiration to the people. Yes, gruesome, bloody monsters. That's definitely the good inspiration. Your capital is now a busy city. That's also really good, actually. And we got an event. Arrears. Oh, this thing that I don't actually know the name of. I remember this word from Bard's Tale 4. In Bard's Tale 4, there's a few riddles, and there's one riddle that specifically says arrears, rhymes arrears with ears. And it is correct, but it's difficult to rhyme anything with ears. There's some words that are not lyrical just by default, and ears is not a particularly lyrical word, but it certainly is not good when you start rhyming or trying to rhyme with it. Anyway, the peasants in one of your regions flatly refused to pay their taxes. This year, it's simple. That's just simple. They stop having... What do I do with their taxes? The problem with this stuff is that usually I don't give them anything back. I just have... it all goes to the army. And I can't just refuse to protect them, because it's not like I just... Okay, well, I'm going to fire my army people. You know what I mean? So it's... Because I'm not going there paving the roads. Even though, historically, you would specifically pave the roads and create, like, water fountains. And I say water fountains, I mean anything related to water. Water is so important. Everything is very important, but water. Anyway, this year, the spring came late, and last year's our harvest was poor. They barely have enough food for themselves, and the citizens of the neighboring regions are watching the situation closely. Who should be put in charge of handling it? This is a very interesting thing. First off, we're completely shedding any pretense, or not that we had any, but this is confirmation that there's no such thing as a feudalistic system in this setting, which is good, because apparently the setting is supposed to be more modern than that, even though feudalism, historically speaking, has existed, or it existed for until even the 19th century, just in different parts of the world, as an actual institution, not just as a style of governance, because as a style of governance it exists even to this day, depending on where you are, and hopefully not where you are. But anyway, unless you're the Lord watching the video right now, in which case, stop being the Lord and go away. I don't want lords watching my videos. Anyway, this year, the thing is, it's the peasants that, like, if they didn't produce enough and they don't have enough food for themselves, they're going to go hungry. There's going to be mass migration, because apparently their whole local economy collapsed. What exactly... I mean, it's not like there's any option. It's just choose whatever is the highest. Lindsay goes and does it. But, yeah, seek the middle ground. Give them half an apple. That's the one. Yeah, that's just anachronistic situation is what that is. Because half of it doesn't make sense in one setting, and the other half doesn't make sense in the other setting. Anyway, we're good. Right? No, we're not. Where does it... Oh, the kingdom protection. Cirrus. Yeah, go ahead and do that. I should have done that already, I'm pretty sure. We got some training over here, but that doesn't matter. For the moment, we have this. That doesn't matter at the moment. And we have ranks up that are probably going to be the ones that I will do. Or that I'll spend. Oh, no, this actually requires me to be busy. Okay, well, I guess these are the ones that I'm going to be doing. Silver Shield Fortress. Magic of the Abandoned Keep. Belly of the Stolen Lands. Horse Breeding Center. Why would I... It's just for extra effects. This doesn't really matter much. Honestly. Just for effects. Just for these things. Which is fine, I suppose. Look at our economy. Man. So... yeah, probably the best idea is just to get these out of the way. Right there. So they're busy there. Okay. And then choose whatever I think is a good idea here. But we're not going to do that right now. We're going to go to our city, because apparently now our city now is very good. I just wanted to come here so it'd get out of the way. I think entering here would do that as well. But anyway, apparently this city is now the bomb. We can upgrade things that we couldn't. Everything is maxed out. I'm not really sure if we're gonna be able to build anything new. Hopefully we will, but yeah, well. The other thing is also we need to check on the other cities to see if things are built. If they're completely built. Oh man, I haven't upgraded that one in a while. Because if they are completely built, then I need to upgrade them. Because there's a bunch of things that need upgrading. So we have access to P-Tax, but also the other town that became... Or rather, the other village that became a town. And we're good over here. Now, let's go and build. We have space for days. This is phenomenal. Look at this. My god, that's the stuff. This interface should be so much better. Because there's so much freedom here. You can spend a bunch of time in here. Just doing things. Let's see. I just want basically a bit of each. Let's see. A black market. Yeah, I want a black market. Gimme. That's government-sponsored black market. That's what a black market is. Can only be built in a settlement housing a thieves guild, restricted kingdoms, neutral. Yeah, sure. It's small though. Black market outside of town, probably a good idea. Good. Now we can see. So a number of shops offering illegal and often dangerous wares. Right, because that's how it works. I make that. Decreases also. This is just that funny thing that I thought, and I think a lot of people thought at the age of 6, that a black market was an actual building, just called a black market, and it was a special building. And this is literally that. So, decreases economy by 1 every 30 days, but provides a bunch of build points, which is fine. It really doesn't matter, because our economy can go up by just adding... What adds to economy? Potato fields? Or the taxation stations? We got a castle! No, oh, no, yes! I want a castle. Who doesn't want a castle? Affects the mint and the palace. Yes. We don't have a mint, so we're gonna do that. We don't have it anywhere. It's also really big, so that's a bit of a bummer. The printing house affects the library. Mansion. We're gonna get a mint in here. Sell. Sell. That's how you move. So those don't matter as much. They might move places. We're gonna get a mint in here. Adjacent to a cathedral. Well, we have a grand temple, not a cathedral. What do you mean a cathedral? We can't make a cathedral. Can I make a brothel instead? Just make brothels for days. Yeah, the printing house is good. We got a dance hall. So we got other things that would probably benefit the buildings that I have already. But, like a military academy. How's our money? I'm fast. I'm down below 4,000. Just spending money for days. We got a school, shop, shrine, Sword Lord Academy. That's a big one. We have that on the other side, elsewhere. Oh, we should get the goblins thingy now. The goblins stuff. Goblins quarters. That's the one. Wait, why can't that go over there? Can it not exist where something else exists already? I think that's what it is. Good. Get me all the different races in here. A noble villa. Nah. Museum. Okay, more things. Royal Museum. That's a lovely thing. Affects guard. No, I should focus on that, though. Palace. Where's the palace? Can't make a palace. Probably it requires an extra level or something. Or higher levels of certain things. And that's the other thing. Like, because you build early on. You feel... I mean, I did. And I'm sure a lot of players will do that. You just build as many buildings as you can early on. You're not going to leave spots empty for later. And then when you come here, you're just gonna look at these things and you're like, oh sure, well I can't build any because all the spots are filled. You're not gonna destroy the monument or the city hall. You took care to put them in there. The theater. For each culture adjacent building gets a bunch of things. City hall, citadel, those are not cult. Well, this adds to culture. That doesn't. Printing house probably does. I mean, it's what it's for. Like, if there's anything more culture than printing, it's... No, there isn't. Tavern? We have a tavern already, though. We have an inn. Inherits affected buildings from tavern. Yeah. So we got a smithy. +1 to economy when adjacent to a shop. We have a forge. That's the smithy. How about a school? +1 to divine when adjacent to a shrine, and +1 to military when adjacent to a barracks. I can probably do something like that. Yeah. School. We've got a shrine over there, most likely. Just like that. Well, what does the shrine like? +1 to loyalty when adjacent to a longhouse. Yeah, but we don't have that. There's a luxury store over there. And +1 to divine when adjacent to a monument. Yeah, well, we don't have those either. No, we do, but it's just Grand Temple. Wait, the shrine updates. Oh, that's better. The school goes here. But the thing with the school is, I need the barracks to go up as well. Where are my barracks? Barracks, right there. Can be upgraded to a garrison. I don't think I have that, though. So we got a barracks. Yeah, this +1 stability when adjacent to a longhouse. Oh, that's a good combination right there. That's how it works. So this one gets the shrine over there. And it gets the barracks. So we get the pluses all over. Yeah, pretty good. Let's see. Aviary. In addition, lowers the time required to resolve any event by 1. Yeah, it's pretty good. Wouldn't like that. A good aviary. Or a brothel. It's probably better. Let's see. Loyalty when adjacent to a park. Yeah, we can get a park. The problem is the park is probably enormous. It is sort of enormous. That sucks a lot. So we're not going to do that. Well, we could actually, because the printing house... Oh, no, we bugged out. It's fine. The printing house is going to go over there. And we get a park. So +1 when adjacent to a town hall, +1 to define when adjacent to a temple, +1 to culture when adjacent to a museum. There's nothing like that here. Sacred Grove, what's that? +1 to define when adjacent to a monolith. Cannot be built in a settlement with a lumber yard because it's an insult to the things. So Sacred Grove over there. I don't have a monolith though. So that's dumb. What I did. How do I do the monolith? What does that even mean? What do you mean a monolith? Is just like a single stone? Because that's what monolith means. Irene's magical rarities. Sure. What do you like, Irene? +1 to economy when adjacent... Oh, this is economy. Adjacent to a tavern or a longhouse. So I got the citadel over here. That requires a longhouse. Do we got a tavern? Tavern is in there. Yeah, that sucks as well. Hospital. +1 bonus to region... Oh, that's the good. Okay. Yeah, just get the hospital over there on the other side. Whoa! There's a space. Sure. Herbalist's house. +1 arcane when adjacent to a shrine. No. Halflings Brewery. 10% chance for build points each week. That's how that works. Oh no, the The pretty trees are for the bug that is happening right now. Don't worry about it. We got a forum. I'm sure that looks great. It's like a big building. We got a fort. An actual fort. A fort should be over here, like, strategically. +1 stability when a settlement in a settlement with a jail, and +1 to military in a settlement with a garrison. Now, do we have a garrison? I thought we did. Or did we never? Because I don't know what a garrison is either, because it's not here. We can make the jail. Jail is small. Jail is small. So, jail goes there. Fort goes here. And dance hall right behind the fort. Restricted to kingdoms with chaotic alignment, because of course, you know, lawful people don't dance. Everybody knows that, right? Also, only evil people dance, as everybody else knows. But it's fine. I don't know why I said everybody else knows, but everybody else knows. And the brothel, sure, all the chaotics goes over there. We haven't made a brothel yet, so yeah, we just should have brothels forever, for days. Now, we got all the upgrades done. It's gonna be a bunch of months until any of that is done, or any of that is ready to go. We're just going to leave the build points where they are. I'm going to pretend that they're not really a problem, even though they absolutely are a problem. So we can go to Narwhal Keep. Very gnarly. And it's also, yeah, it is Narwhal Keep. So we have a bunch of these things. Cannot be upgraded. You lied to me, game. Why'd you lie to me, game? Don't lie to me, game. Son of a game. Don't lie. Let's go to PTX then, because we did build things there. Just need to click things in weird manners. We're not going to check on these every day, are we? Aha! Stone walls are built for the beautiful other stone walls. And everything else is good? Nope. The marina needs a little bit of love to become, what did it become? A waterfront. It's a very small waterfront, but it is a waterfront nonetheless. Waterfront is not really the waterfront is just a consequence. Like, it was the waterfront already. It's because it was the front of the town that faced the water. It's like, sure, I mean, yeah. Okay, so everybody's busy. Or as busy as they can be. I'm gonna save. And we're gonna do a thing out of the things that we have access to. So this... Oh, restoration. Oh. No special effect. Silver Shield Fortress. Yeah, we're going to do that. Because it allows us to get another thing. Kingdom Gondolin is thriving. Kingdom Gondolin. That's not how it should be. The life of the ruler of the stolen lands isn't easy. Oh, it is. And I can upgrade 3 regions. That's the quest. Secret Cache in the eastern regions we found. Thanks. Nice. I suppose we just got the items for me. Scouting the eastern regions, we have news from there. Ironheart, what's that? Turn the whole region into your stronghold. Safe from all enemies. Foreign or domestic. +3 bonus to resolve any situation with the general warden. I mean, it does cost a bunch of money. But it's good. +3 is amazing. But that's just another one of those events. Let's look over here. We are going to need to worry about this. We can't do anything about it for right now. Ransom in gold or iron. There are, you know, because you either pay up or you get stabbed in the face. The transaction doesn't go both ways. It doesn't go in the same direction both ways. Gold goes one way, the iron goes the other. There are numerous barbarians in the kingdom's prisons. Again, why are we... Well, we have prisons. We do build them. I'm just now forgetting. We shouldn't build them. Anyway, among them, participants in failed raids and members of defeated gangs. A group of Khalids have arrived in the region, friends and family of the prisoners, here to offer ransom in gold, iron, and other service. Oh, I see what it is. Sure. Sana is very good at these. She's good. A noble in trouble. A leisure boat, of course. And which are actually a very historical thing as well. Leisure boats. They're not just yachts. I mean, they are yachts. I think yacht is also a term of a certain type of war boat. But but they are equivalent leisure boats throughout the ages. Dragon shows up and gives me a nice thing that we already had, I think. And now we have... Oh, this is another thing. Barracks the Wild Fist. That gives me a good thing as well. I'm not going to say what it is, because I also didn't read it. It's fine. And now we can continue over here. Okay. So that's done over there. And then we have very few... Let's see. Belly of the Stolen Lands. This is going to give us +1 community for every brewery, granary, and windmill in all adjacent regions. This is useless. You need to focus so hard on those. Royal hunting grounds. A hunt is a form of entertainment that nobles considered essential. There is no special effect. Well, then don't do it. Shut up. In the name of the art, King Girovetti somehow managed to turn his bandit kingdom into flourishing... It's not. We've gone over this. They're not bandits. They're loyal to the crown. Whatever. They're not loyal to me, to my crown. But, I mean, they weren't. That doesn't make them bandits. Unless they're somehow... we talked about this. The game doesn't listen. I can't... Anyway, into Flourishing Center for Arts, you can do even better and turn Pitax into the true cultural heart of your lands and all the surrounding kingdoms. Each longhouse in the kingdom provides a +1 culture. Each town hall in the kingdom provides a +2 to culture, and city hall in the kingdom. Yeah, that is pretty good actually, because we do have those for sure everywhere. Mountain resort, beautiful sights, mineral water. None of that other type of water that apparently is not mineral. The fizzy water, that's what we have. And fresh air makes this mountain... None of the non-fresh air of the cities, although cities do stink in medieval times, makes this mountain region a perfect place for a resort. And don't forget, exciting excursions into the sinister Cyclopean ruins. No special effect. Honestly, that isn't necessarily a bad thing. Bread in circuses. Giving Varnhold an opportunity to host fairs would provide the region to a sense of hope for future prosperity. Any building in town that provides a bonus to either community or loyalty provides a +1 to economy. For a bunch of that, I don't like that. And this one is pretty good actually. So we're gonna save again, and we're gonna do this one, and then probably the other one, because these only take 7 days. Because the missions just keep happening, and we're not really looking at that for right now. The population census was a success, not a single cheater. I've talked about it already. The storyteller, which probably means that the storyteller wants to talk to me right now. Forest Fae. Amazing news. One of the region's peasants claims, because it's one, claims, that benevolent Fae have blessed their... No, wait. The peasants from one of the regions claim, because it's the peasants, that benevolent Fae have blessed their crops and helped treat their animals and live with them as neighbors. This is certainly worth investigating. Yes, let them live their life in peace. What are you doing? Stop. I'm sure nothing terrible is going to happen. It's only a blind man. The morning after, the sky was shining all through the night. It was the eve of a merry Fae festival. Drunk and raving, the Fae retreated to their world come morning, but they left chaos behind. One of the rivers has changed its course. The forest has disappeared, and I have heard of this before, so it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, it is a bit of a big of a deal, but we're going to worry about that in the next episode, actually, because we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pathfinder Kingmaker. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead, leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.